welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. You're probably like, whoa, I thought you were done with Captain Fantastic. No, I am not done. What I did was I got Fantastic to play again because I had to beat and flip the score reels because it was something that happened when I was a kid, when I was about 10, 11 years old. I was playing this game and I was just about to flip the scores, and it would have been my very, very first time ever flipping the scores over. Anyways, I'm just about to do it, and one of my buddies comes over and hits the credit button, starts the game over on me. Ever since then, I'm like, I gotta beat this machine. So, I did get one, as you can see in my other videos. I got it together just so it worked, so I could beat and flip to 100,000, which I did, and now I'm gonna finish the game, and let's get started. So today we're gonna be rebuilding these pop bumpers. The skirt on some of them, at least the front one, is all cracked. So I got new skirts, I got new bodies, I got new light sockets to go inside. And then we're going to re-sleeve them and do that. So let's get started by taking off these covers. And my screwdriver's got a dead battery. What we're going to do here is, I'm going to pause. No, I'm not going to pause it because it's too much of a pain. I'm going to go get another battery in a second. Oops. Woo, here we go. Look at that. This is probably going to be one of the last videos you see the screwdriver in, because I bought one of those DeWalt gyroscopic screwdrivers. The gyroscopic is kind of cool. You just kind of, I guess there's a button on it, and you just hold it and then you turn your wrist. And the more you turn it, the faster it turns. And that's how you get the screws out. Those are all gunky and nasty. Okay. Let's get these bulbs out. Damn it, there it goes. Now there's 2 screws in each one. Oh my god, is that all broken up in there? 2 screws in each one that come out. These things are in a way. Where's my magnet? And you just want to put it back when you were done using it. So now you don't know where it's at. I had to have put it back. I put it in the wrong spot. That's why I couldn't find it. And these screws will just come out. what I'm having a hard time with is the bulb sockets. They're kind of in the way. Holding the screws down. So yeah, I gotta do these pop targets too. These are garbage anyways. Don't break anything else. There we go. No. Are you not loosened all the way? Alright, screws are out. Let's get this machine flipped over and start working on the bottom. Alright, we got it flipped over. So first we're going to work on this one, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So why didn't I do this before? We're going to get my soldering iron, which is way over here, totally out of my way. I forgot I needed it. We got to heat up the light sockets and get them unhooked. So I'm going to put this here. We're going to get this over here. I should have had this prepared, but I totally forgot that I needed to take the light sockets off. Can I reach it? Yes, now I can. Alright, while that's heating up, we will take the bolts off. Let me get my, well, I'll just use not my ball. Let me take these. Let's get the first part loose, which is the shiny chrome part that's underneath the body that pops down. I'm going to put the screws right there, which is just 2 screws. And I hope I don't have any other broken parts in there. Otherwise, this video is not getting done today. What's different about this Bally compared to the Williams isn't much from what I can see. The biggest thing I can see is the Williams screwed into the board, while this Bally has bolts coming through the playfield, and then it's got nuts that hold it down. Where's my marker? I marked the board where the lines are going, just so I can visually see when I put this all back together where they go. Alright, now we're gonna get this. Let me see if I got a little screwdriver. Got my soldering iron right here. So what we're going to do is lift up the wire, heat it up to get the solder off, so we can desolder it. It's under good too, isn't it? Is that wrapped around or something? Is that thing attached? Oh, it is wrapped around. That's pretty clever. So we're going to bend this tab backwards for the light. Oh, here we go. Now this one, let's get 2 wires on it. Oh, I'm melting the ball. Damn it. Hope that's not going to affect it. I might have to get a new one now. What I did was accidentally melt the ball where the pop-up target rolls into. I think I might have destroyed it. I'm not sure. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. And here we go. Here's the pop-up bumper. This is the light right here that I had to get out. Everything right here looks good. I need to find out about this, but I believe I'm going to have to order one, which is not good. I think I destroyed it. This is spoon, that's it. It's the spoon for the switch. I need to look at the other ones to see how they articulate. And yes, they articulate, I think, too much. No, I didn't. Good. There's a lip right there. There's a lip on the side here. Let me see if I can get it in. Where are we? Right here. There's a lip on the side there, and I just nicked the lip. And the bowl's good. Woof. I just nicked the lip there, which is awesome. So what I'm just going to do is heat that up and then bring that lip back up. There. Good. Okay, now I don't think, and if it comes down to it, I will just buy a new one. But from what it looks like, I don't think that's going to be an issue. But if it is, we're going to get a new one. But either way, I'm going to put it back together so we can see how this all goes together. And this is pretty easy to come apart. This piece, let's bring it up a little bit. This piece right here, this comes right out, which I'm gonna have to clean all these. I'm gonna cut that off. There's a spring in there, and then the skirt wobbles in there, and that's how it comes apart. So let me stop the camera and get this part all cleaned up, and then we'll put it back together and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, I got one of these rebuilt. I'm not going to put it in yet because I have to flip the machine back over, and since I have to do that, I'm going to rebuild, take the other 2 apart off camera. But here's how it goes together. Let's take it all apart first. Here's your brand new base, which is there. Let's see if we can get this down a little bit. Now, take your, I don't know exactly what it's called, shooter, plunger mechanism, because this is what fires and goes up and down. We're going to put our skirt on, which is like that, the spring, and this little cup, it goes only on one way. These 2 little holes go into these 2 holes here, and it just slides down, and those 2 little holes hold it down. And this piece can be reused along with the spring. You only need to replace them as if they're damaged. But this is what, that spring in there is what makes this move. And this is the part that goes on that spoon. I did look at the spoon better, and I took the plastic that I melted over the edge and I brought it back up. So now it's back to where it was. So no, I won't have to replace the spoon. And then I trimmed off a little bit with a razor blade and cleaned it up. But that's how it goes. So since we got one of these rebuilt, let's get in here and take this apart so we can put a new coil sleeve on it. And this just has 2 screws on the back. And they come out so easy. So put those over there. And then our coil stop will fall down. That's part of, well, it's not really a coil stop. The coil stop's on back, but this is part of the plunger with the spring. And this is the part right here. These two go actually in it that way. And that's what pulls that. So since we got this apart, let's get, I don't have any, here we go. I have an old painting towel that we used on Superstar. It's got a little bit of paint on one edge. And we'll clean this off. I got my green scrubby pad over there too. Keep it all clean and dust free and make it look as clean as we can again. I've seen people that restore the machines, they'll go and repolish this, put in a cleaner and get it all perfect, but we are not restoring the game, we are refurbishing it. That's the difference what I do. I do not restore games. Restore is, paint them and get them all clean again and all that stuff. Me, I get them so they play like brand new again. That's my whole thing. I want them to play like new again. They don't have to look new. So I do enjoy the patina on them. I like the fact that they look like they've been used. Because trust me, if I had one that was in mint condition, I'd be afraid of letting anybody play it. With these machines that I have, I don't care if anybody plays them. I'm a little leery about my Beatles because that's brand new, but it's going to get beat up. There ain't nothing I can do about it. What I can do is sit there and watch people play it. Keep real small little children away from it, and that's about it. But it's going to get beat up eventually. But the less damage that comes to it, the better. Okay, now I gotta get this coil sleeve out, and that's a tough one in there. Let's get my little snippers. See if we can get a hold of it and pull it out a little easier. Alright, I can see my battery's dying, so let's get a new battery in. Alright, we got the new battery in. So this, I should just be able to walk out. And it doesn't want to. So, we're going to have to finesse it out. I did get it partially out. Oh, it's coming out. There we go. Ugh. Yes. Finally, I got that out. Put the garbage over here. We got a new coil sleeve that goes in it. Right here. Let's wipe this off. So it looks all nice and clean again. These coils are good. We don't have to replace them because these were working perfect before. Everything about them was good. Let's get that spoon cleaned off too, since we got the alcohol here. I gotta go through and adjust that all anyways again. Because I got out of whack because I moved it all. Alright. Where's the sleeve? Here we go. Sleeve goes in this way. Oh, I missed this corner. Don't need to clean these. I just like them because they look new again. That goes back in like that. Is that seated in all the way? There. That goes back in like that. This plunger goes back in like that. That goes back around there. And my screws are right there. Oh, you jammed over on the side, that's why. Okay, now we go. Just gotta get a towel for myself. I woke up this morning and the house was freezing. I turned the heat on and I forgot and I had it on, and oh man, the house is hot now. It's really hot in the basement for some reason. These you just snug back down. You don't need to He-Man them. You can see I'm shaking because I'm trying to push them in real hard and snug them down at the same time, and I don't want the screw head to strip. There. All back in. Now we're going to clean these contacts, and they still are clean, but we're going to touch them up. And where did I put the paper? I had brought some paper over here so I could clean the contacts when I moved it, and I cannot see the paper anymore. Did I knock it down, or did I move it into a different spot? And I don't know. So let's get some more sandpaper. No, watch, I'll find it in a couple of minutes. Right, the 600 wet dry again. I cut into little sheets like this and I fold it over. But these contacts are clean because that's one thing I did when I first did it, but I'm just going to do it anyways. I did clean them good when I first got this machine up and running again. But since we're here, I'm just going to make sure they're nice and clean again. Alright. That's that. Let's get this back here and mounted down. Get that wire out of the way. That always helps. Need 3 of these screws. And once I get this all put together, by magic, I will have all the other 3 bumpers rebuilt. Well, partially rebuilt. And then we'll flip it over and put them all back together. I'm not going to flip it over right now just to finish this one. I'm going to do the other 2 first and then flip it over. Alright, let's get her flipped over by magic. and get the rest of this part done. Alright, magic. We got the board flipped over. Two of them are already partially installed. They're just screwed down right now. I didn't put them all the way tight because I used a electric screwdriver, but now I'm just gonna cinch them up. Now these screws, I'll show you on this pop-upper I didn't put in yet. They go right into the wood, so we are not gonna He-Man them down at all. We're just getting them snug. Yeah, if you He-Man them down, you're going to strip them out in the wood, and then you're going to have to watch my video on how to repair a stripped out hole. Now I got these sockets inside here already, and I put the bulb in it just to space it off the bottom, and you can see the two holes. There's one on top here, one on the bottom. Right, there you go, you can see it through them now. Those have these special screws that are countersinking them and go flat. So what we're going to do is this is just going to set right down inside, just like that. We're going to take the electric screwdriver and just put them in partially. We're not wrenching them down, we're just putting them in right now. My electric screwdriver, this one right here, does not have a clutch on it. So, and plus this type of work, you need to feel it with your hands. Putting them down tight, not too tight, just want them snug. These aren't even turning anymore. Nope. Let's try this one again. Alright, let's flip the board back over and do the final hookup on the other side. And as usual, we're gonna just do one and the other ones are gonna magically get done. Alright, board is flipped over, and my bad, I got carried away with rebuilding these two. Got them all completely finished and centered and adjusted and everything. I started on this one and I already put the wires on for the light bulb that goes inside, which is really easy. Just go over at these prongs. They just come up straight up from each side. Here's one right here, I can bend it up. They just come straight up from the bottom, and you just attach the wire and solder it down, and then I bend them out of the way. So that's what I did right now. So next is we're gonna adjust this. This is where the ball hits and activates this micro switch. And you know we already cleaned it, and I did go and fix up that edge so it can't wander off and get stuck, which I got lucky because when I hit it I just melted it over, so it looks nasty right now. It's all black on there, but what's important is this cone is perfect, and now it's got the lip back on the side. So, and I'll be playing the hell out of it and testing it, and then if it is any little hint of being jacked up at all, where it's hanging or anything, then I'm just going to straight out replace it because I don't play that game. But from what I can look at it with my little magnifying lens and everything, it looks like I just melted a little edge and that's it. But alright, this is the important part. Let me get my cordless screwdriver. I'm just putting these screws in almost all the way. I'm going to show you how to adjust them. Can't wait till I get that new screwdriver. You see, it's got a learning curve to it, where you got to learn how to use it, but I'm willing. Let's get these down a little tighter. I got carried away because I was listening to Intergalactic by Beastie Boys. And I was just jamming and wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. If I didn't move something and look at my camera, I would have never noticed. Okay, let's put this out of whack on purpose. As you can see, this rod here is bent and out of whack. And if we tighten it down out of purpose, when we go to center it, it will move just slightly. But these Ballys are there. See how when I push down, let me see if I can get in there a little tighter. I don't even know if I'm blocking you. Where are we? Right here. I am blocking you just a little bit tighter. It's just hard to see this because I'm looking at a little screen. Okay, this post right here that comes up rides on that, and as you can see, it moves around in that little cone. I'm going to tighten it up wrong. Just so it's out of adjustment. If I can. The other two I did on this worked like perfect. There, it's totally out of adjustment now. What's nice about these are kind of clear and you can see through them. As you can see, as I push it down, see how it moves a little bit? See if I can get that a little tighter. See how it moves just a little bit? You don't want it to do that. You want that the thing that's coming up from the bottom, you want that to be right in that bowl perfect. So you can just slightly touch the pop bumper and this will activate. So what we need to do is loosen up these screws and get that right in the middle. What I've been noticing, what works good for me, is I'm going to hold this right down in the middle with my finger and then tighten up the switch. And what I've been noticing is perfect every time with these Ballys. Let me see if it's moving at all. No, I don't believe it is. Okay, it looks perfect. Now I'll show you what happens. See how the contact moves? Just a little touch activates that contact, which I'm probably going to have to readjust again. These new ones are just a little bit longer because they are not wore. The other ones that were originally on here were had no lubrication on them at all. So they were just riding plastic to plastic. I'm going to open these up just a little bit. There. Too much. Too much. Close it up a little bit. I'm still going to have to adjust these a little bit. Yeah. Once I get the playfield in. I think that's good. You hit it, bang. Anyway, see now, where's that? There. Over there. That's where I got the little melt action. And I'm not having any issues. But once I get it flipped over, I'll be checking that. On my my Superstar I just did, these balls were so finicky that if they were out just a slight, it would get stuck like that. But man, these Ballys are like beautiful to work with. Still out of whack just a little bit. Which way does that have to go? Back. Now where's my screwdriver? I just had it where I set it. Here it goes. It's just out of whack just a little bit. I can feel. Nope. Oh, that's perfect. Had to go back just a smidge, like a hair. Okay, that's adjusted perfect now. Like I said, once I flip it over and hook it back up, I'm probably going to have to readjust that switch just a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can zoom this out just a little bit so we can see about getting this pop bumper back on. The whole assembly. This just goes on easy. What I like about these Ballys, since these screws come up from the bottom, these just self-center themselves. They just center right on by themselves, unlike the Williams I did. Even though these are exactly the same as the Williams, except for the Williams, they screw into the board, and these have the bolts coming from the other side. Even though they're exactly the same, they have that one little difference, which makes these, I like working on them a lot better. These, the screws. Now I'm thinking, this might not be true on, I think it's just on the older ones. Because let me look at my, I can't tell on my, what do you call it, my swinger. Let me see on my, okay, on my Gulfstream, I believe that's a 73, 72 or 73. That has the bolts coming up from the top. So maybe that was just something that Williams and Bally did later on. And this is a 1976. But man, I love that how the bolts come up from the bottom, and they're pointy on the end here, so the screws just go on so nice. I don't have to worry about stripping out the holes in the playfield. And you just drop the screw on it like that and tighten it down. Since it's pointy, the screw self-centers itself and you won't cross-thread it. Let me put a screw on here. These are still a little finicky to do. Those you don't want to tighten down too much. Now, these bolts that are on here, they're nylock bolts. So they got a layer of nylon in it that acts like a anti-vibration blocking mechanism, so the bolts won't lock themselves out. Okay, you hit the ball, it activates the switch, pulls the plunger, and you get your points. That's all adjusted perfect. But that's it. That's how a Bally slingshot, pop bumper is done. And that's how you adjust them, which are a little pain, but once you get these, the hang of it, they're nothing. So the first one I did was a little pain on the Williams, but now it's like, I guess this is what, my 6th one I've done. No, 7th. These are my 7th pop bumper I rebuilt, and now they're nothing to me. They're easy. So, and like I just started in January, so it's if it's easy for me, it might be easier for you, or not as easy yet, but you'll get it now by watching my videos. Brand new thing, we now have Mark's Basement Arcade on Teespring. If you like my cool shirt, you can get yourself one. I think we got women's shirts, men's shirts, and hoodies, and I'm sure there'll probably be some stuff, other stuff. So if you want a shirt, feel free to get one. There will be a link to the Teespring store in the description. And give us a thumbs up. Let's zoom this out. Give us a thumbs up. Like and subscribe to us on Facebook and YouTube. And have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.